Hey guys, welcome to another RS3 video. First of all, I'd like to really apologise for not making any videos recently. I've had no ideas, honestly. So what I'm going to be doing today is, well, first of all, I'm actually live recording, like not live streaming, but live recording. So I'm playing whilst commentating this. So bear with me. Now, I'm going to show you some ways of making money as a member. Now, what's caused me to make this video is I've had a lot of clan members who are like sort of low to mid level, and they're struggling to get to repay for their bonds. Now, I'm like 3 days away from getting my bond myself, so also near me making money. So I thought I'd just show how I make it. They're not the best ways, not the quickest ways, but they're the ways I do it, and you might pick some things up from it. There'll be stuff for all sorts of ability levels, and well, skill levels. Right. So at the moment, I'm in World 2, Berthorpe, and normally I'm here waiting for divine locations, because I go through a cycle of doing dailies. Now, this video might be quite long. I might have to speed some things up and re-record over. Hopefully not. But I'm going to discuss other ways whilst I'm doing some of these things. Now, right now I'm doing divination daily locations. Now, the amount of resources you can get from this is dependent on your divination level, and it is capped daily. So you can only reach a daily cap. So I'm capping out now. For whilst we're on dailies, 4 XP. It's worth remembering to do your daily challenges. Oh, cool. Which mine today is do a dungeon. Really simple. I can get keys that way. I get dungeoneering XP. I don't. Sometimes you can make quite a bit of money off those kind of tasks. Actually, I've still got an adamant ore one from yesterday, so I'll be doing that as well. I don't think the payout for that is too good though. Now, one immediate way for you to make money, and you just have to log in for this, is as a member you get 2 keys a day. As free to play you only get 1, but use those keys. Now at the moment I think there's a promotion. Yeah, grotesque armor. I don't know what grotesque armor does actually. So normally I don't actually freeze anything. I'll show you what you should be freezing. Right, I'm freezing raw sharks. Now any XP upgrades that you freeze is up to you. I freeze a magic one because I've got 99 magic. Don't want to freeze those or that, but okay, so yeah, there's balloons there. I'm gonna ignore that because I'm recording. Now, okay, these are what you're looking for: Silverhawk feathers, magic note powder, things like that. You do not ever want to freeze these if you're after money, because these are common. You can get these often, and if I were to get the Silverhawk feathers, that's 800k just there. Magic note paper is considerably less than that. It's about 60, 70k, but it all adds up. Gold ore is not good. Could do something. That's good value as well. You don't want to block protein stuff. You want to keep all these stars. All these stars add up and they're good, and you can't afford to just keep blocking all your stars. Right, that is promotion based. Not entirely what I want, but I've not even looked up this event yet, so it might end up being good. Right, I'm not gonna block divine yew trees, because I can make quite a bit off that. Adamant bolts, they're training dummies, anything that's not like thieving, you want to block. I'm blocking diversion tokens because I don't do diversions. Oh, I could do with an armadillo chess player again. I'm not gonna get it though. What else? Swordfish have no value. Keep the protein stuff. The prismatic stars you want to keep. Okay, so that's good. If you just block so many things, eventually you will run out of Hearts of Ice. Okay, so I got a lot of grotesque stuff. Not sure if that's any great, any decent. So I'm still waiting for good locations to cap out here. Now I've got chat off. Normally there's quite a bit of chat, normally people saying what they're putting down, etc. Sometimes you have to wait a while here. Well, I'm thinking I'll grab Mithril. Like, I'm grabbing Mithril because of XP. Mithril isn't worth that much. Oh, herb patch, that's good. Because I want the farming XP. Sorry, this wasn't meant to turn into an XP guide. Right. Okay, this should cap out. Yeah, this is definitely going to cap out this location. These box traps are really what you want. These chinchompers stack. They're 1k each. Pretty decent. If you see anyone with rune, like a rune block, you want to mine that rune location if you can, because that is worth so much money. It completely destroys your cap really quickly though. Now, another daily I do, not everyone's going to have access to this, but I'm going to be talking over some stuff whilst I do this daily, because I often do this. So I'm actually doing my my Jack of all trades aura, sticking everything into divination at the moment. 59. Right. Now I will quickly explain some methods that I know right now, whilst I'm not showing them. Now, if you are, let's say, level 70, 80, even 90 combat level, blue dragons in Brimhaven are really good. If, like, even better if you get them on Slayer task, and a lot of what I'm going to say is going to be on Slayer task, so bear that in mind. So what I'm doing here is basically gaining a bunch of XP. These are closest mobs. Just basically 3 skills. Oh wait, hang on. I didn't even get a magic one. Let me just switch this. I get the strength XP. So yeah, normal dragons like greens, I honestly would say blues are so much better than greens, because greens, I mean, you'll be lucky to find them out of the wilderness. And I don't recommend going to brutals at low level. But blue dragons are really good money, like super good money. So you can find, I said Brimhaven earlier, ignore that. You can find them in Taverley Dungeon. You do have to do sort of searching for key, but that's really easy to find. Whoa, where am I going? Those are monsters that you can kill. If you get your Slayer high enough, most Slayer tasks will be amazing bank. And I'll show you in a bit, because I've got an Ascension task. I don't even need to do, like, I don't even need Ascension stuff. I just need that, basically that task. You get keys off those, really good. There's also flipping. I would not recommend that. High alching is really good. At the moment, Onyx bolts, the enchanted Onyx bolts, out for really good profit at the moment. I think they're selling for 8,200, with nats around 300 to 320. So you're making about 500 profit per Onyx bolt. Isn't too bad money. I mean, you're mostly doing that for XP, honestly, but it's slightly more than you might get from free-to-play stuff. Right. Let me just collect some fire runes. Stick those to bank. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a Wicked Hood. Now, I believe you need 60 rune crafting for this next method, and this next method really makes absolute bank. So, you want to teleport with your hood. Note I pressed the teleport button, not the activate. You're gonna have to go into the rune crafting guild, which is why you need high rune crafting. And this literally takes like 5 seconds to do. You're gonna want to click on this machine. Now, I advise having a few thousand of each of these 4 elemental runes. I mean, having a stockpile of the rest is okay, but honestly it's just sitting there collecting dust. These are often sufficient for this. So this is Visewax. Now I'll quickly show you how to do Visewax. Now I have slotted 3 of my runes already. Now, so you can only do this once per day, and you can get up to 100 Visewax, which is roughly 550k at the moment. And you can do this every day, and it takes like literally 5 minutes. So you want to slot these. You want to have the green face on all of them. That's the ideal. But you won't always have it perfect. So I'm going to switch out the red one first. See if we can get better there. See if that's better there. What about that? No. Okay. That might be the best we can get it. I don't know. Yeah, that's going to be the best we can get, 82 Vice. That's fine. So that consumes 1,000 of each of those 3 runes, but we get 82 Visewax. Now, the price speaks for itself. I can quickly price check this for you guys. This vastly outweighs the elemental runes. I don't recommend using complex runes for it, because complex runes are not enough profit. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do a very quick farming run. Now, I'm not currently training farming. I'm just using it to make money. If you train farming, this is like, farming is expensive to train, but if you're using it for other methods other than training, it's really good money, like super good money. So there's two types of farming you have to remember. You've got fruit trees, which I think it's like it's a few hours for all the fruit to grow back. Now you just pick all the fruit. That's it from the fruit trees. With the herbs, I recommend, if you're decently leveled farming, like I'm 62, go for toad flax. Toad flax sells for a lot on the GE. So I'm gonna pick my herbs. I planted these earlier. You can do a herb run every 80 minutes, and typically these farming runs give me about 200k. I do them once a day. I could honestly do them a lot more often, but I'm into their routine. So what you do is you pick your herbs. I'll show you again in Ardone. When you run out of herbs on the patch, you basically you place your super compost. Remember, that's important. Place the super compost on the patch, then add your seed. Like, it should be still alive soonish. It doesn't die all that often. Like, you don't have to do any other maintenance. You just come back and it's either done or occasionally it's dead. I'm actually having like standard luck here. I've had 2 herb plants that are available. So placing my super compost, placing my seed, and I'm going to the next one. Now when you get to the bank, you want to clean off these toad flax because they give you herb lore XP, and they sell for more if they're cleaned, because it saves herb lore trainers from doing it. So what I'm doing here is a fruit tree run now. So my typical route is I start in Canifis, I do Ardone, I do Brimhaven or this first, then I go to Catherby. Now Catherby is my bank point. Catherby has both the herb and fruit tree patch, so I bank there, I get the fruit tree and the herb patch, I bank again, and then I go to whatever fruit tree I've got left, and then finally north of Falador. And after that my skill should normally be complete. Oh, my Jack of all trades aura. Let's complete that now. I've only got the rank 1 aura. So that's done. So papaya trees, it's the best I can do. Coconut trees are better. Now with herbs you want to be out leveling whatever you're growing. With fruit trees you want to be using whatever's the best available. For me, I can't really use the best available because it's too expensive at the moment for me, and I'm trying to save money. I'm saving up for a bond. So some other methods which I may not actually show here because this has already been quite a long video. Other methods include, well, anything related to Slayer. Loads of Slayer monsters. If you've got 84 Slayer armor, I highly recommend doing spiritual mages. At the moment there are so many prices crashing, just everything's crashing. Spiritual mages are completely safe. because you're using alch prices there. You need to take a large stack of nature runes there, and I'm gonna clean these later. You take a large stack of nature runes there, a fire elemental staff or a mind spike, and you basically just alch all the special battle staffs that you get, all the rune items. The dragon items you don't alch, there's no point. And you can make 3.5 mil an hour there. Oh, I almost forgot to replant that. Other methods of making money at the moment, you can make runes. Like, rune crafting is really good money. I recommend astral and nature runes. If you have really high rune crafting but sort of mediocre combat, you're probably going to make more money off rune crafting than combat, than even Slayer. So yeah, there are also some mage related ones, such as, if I can remember, the onyx bolts that I mentioned earlier, enchanted onyx bolts. Sometimes you can make a profit on that. You need really high mage, you need 8-7 mage for that, but if you have that, that can be decent profit. Remember to buy low, sell high, with like everything flipping. Like, you should definitely try flipping, because it will save you a lot of money in the long run. Not just when you decide you're going to do some flipping, but buying loads of materials for things. Like, making a profit of skills is important, and flipping teaches you to do that. So I'm still doing my farming run. It's taking me longer than normal today. How have I spotted that already? Wow. Right, so I've got one more. It's gonna be 4 Sam. I might not be able to completely farm off this next south hubs. So yeah. I'm just trying to think what other methods there are. Well, most gathering skills can make you a lot of money as well. At the moment, I think wood cutting is actually pretty decent for magic logs. But like, the big money is in things like summoning, combat. So get those combat levels high. But these are some really quick, easy methods of making money. Oh, and I forgot a method that you can use in both P2P and free-to-play as well. So you can go to fishing shops and buy loads of feathers. You then sell these on the auction, on the auction house, on the Grand Exchange. You make about 70k. I mean, that's another 70k per day, and it doesn't take too long to do. I'll show you this right now, and then I'm gonna go Slayer. I've got order for Ascension task at the moment, so I'll be going there trying to find keys. But if I had Abbey Demons, you could see the income, or even if I had Spiritual Mages, which I might end up going Spiritual Mages anyway. I didn't buy them. I don't actually have my cash on me, so I wanted to show how much I can make here. Oh well. But yeah, trust me, you can make money off buying feathers off these guys and selling on the GE. You need 12k to buy 2k feathers. On the GE they sell for about 40 each, so that's a decent amount. That's about 80k raw income, so a decent amount of profit on that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to sell everything that we've earned. I mean, you can also do like nature rune crafting using the Wicked Hood as well. The Wicked Hood is amazing. Like, you can gain pure essence every day, extra runes. Although the extra runes really don't make a difference. But selling 100 nats at the moment, that's 30k. There's no debating that nats are overpriced at the moment, but 30k is not bad. So I won't sell my nats. What I'll do, I've got an empty money pouch at the moment. Stick that back. So I'll take out noted everything. Everything that I got during this video. Although I'm gonna have to clean all these. I'm not gonna bother cleaning the rest, like the rest of the herbs that I've got. Yeah, cleaning is really quick. Actually, that is another thing that you can do. If you've got decent herb, you could buy herbs low on the auction house, clean them, and then sell the cleaned ones high. And you're still making XP off that. If I can find the bank. Right, so I'm not going to clean the rest. So I have no idea how much these herbs are going to sell for. They're basically the stuff I got off locations. The adamant ore might sell for quite a bit. Yeah, everything else isn't stuff I got on the daily. So let's see what I can actually make just based on my daily run alone. So we'll see if that sells. If it doesn't, we'll come back and try and resell it. Yeah, Vicewax at the moment is doing weird things price wise. I want to flip it, but really I'm terrified of doing it because it's pretty risky at the moment. Yeah, this has been like 10-15 minutes. Most of this has been the farming run, which I took forever to do, and quite a lot of it was divination locations. Now this is just a typical normal daily run for me, and I will say getting 60 rune crafting is so good. And honestly, if you can't make enough to get your bond yet, or renew it, I recommend train your rune crafting up like to 60 before you even get that bond. Save the time, because it's quite easy to do in free to play because of rune span to the levels you want. Man, these prices are dead. Don't ask why I've got emerald bolt tips. So there we have it. That's the 651k really quickly there. So at the moment bonds are around 10 mil. I'd say take it as them being 12 mil. So if you do this maths so okay, let's say you get a bond, you do this every day of your bond, you are making 7 mil. Even more if you do farming runs. That's not much more money you have to raise aside from that, and you can easily do that through like even alching. But I definitely recommend learn flipping, like learn how to do flipping well, and with flipping you have to be patient. I'm going to do a Slayer task now. I'm gonna shut off my mic and I'm probably gonna speed this up and maybe do some post commentary over it. So yeah, I'll sign out when I don't do that. Right, let's cut to Slayer. So if you've managed to sit through all of that half an hour, I'm impressed. If not, you probably clicked a link to get here or a timestamp. So here So I mentioned I would show some Slayer. Like, you're going to see some background footage of Slayer. Unfortunately, you won't see what I got in Slayer today. I got another Ascension task, and I got the Ascension grips. It's a 4.5 million drop. I don't know the rarity, but I have never got it before, and I've probably killed at least 3,000 or 4,000 of them. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Without further ado, the reason why everyone's here is not to hear about my luck at Ascensions, it's to see this list. Now I'm going to put on screen a list of different ways, like a summary sort of this video, and a list of different ways to make quick gold pretty fast. Well, pretty fast. So first of all, I'm going to have spiritual mages. Now, I asked around my my clan for kind of suggestions. Now, someone mentioned Ganodermic beasts, which are 1 mil per hour, according to him. Now, he said it's very, very consistent. There is another mob, spiritual mages, which is in God Wars, which are a stable 3.5 mil an hour. 1 drop each, that's all you need. They have 1 rare drop. The rare drop isn't factored into the 3.5 mil, so if you get that, good on you. So the second one, and I can't help but being a bit biased with this. Now, whereas you need 83 Slayer to do spiritual mages, for this task you don't actually really need any requirements. You just have to have a decent, I really recommend a decent range level and a decent defense level. However, if you do not have that, you can kill Rararis. Now this method is killing Gladai, or Rarari in Ascension, the mobs. Now someone recommended the Ascension bosses, which I hear are not profitable because you have to use the keys. Now this is your main form of income if you go to Ascensions. When I'm on task, I get at least 1 key every 50 kills. So let's say 1 key every 20 minutes. And they're often around 100k, some of them go for 350k. They're really decent. I would put Gladys at being 2.5 to 3 mil an hour, potentially, but they're really good. I mean, they rely on rare drops. I'm not as keen on rare drops. I'm more happy with consistent drops like spiritual mages, but the rare drops from Ascensions, really worth it, especially if you get an Ascension script like me. Yeah, 4.5 mil. Wow, I'd never got a single drop above 1 mil before, like in a single item. So I'm super happy about that. The next method is doing Ascension, Blood, or Nature runes. Now, I will say this. I really didn't want to put this on the list because I wanted this list to be accessible to a majority of players and to some low levels. Now, the really good way of making rune crafting money is by doing high level runecrafting, you need ridiculously high levels, like in the 90s. However, you don't need into the 90s to still make money. You just need it to make a lot of money. But you can still make 1.7 to 2 mil an hour just doing astral, blood, or nature runes. For this, I highly recommend getting the Wicked Hood, which I've covered earlier in the video. So yeah, if you've got enough to do Vice Wax, you know what? You've got enough to do some of these complex runes. So bear that in mind. On to Vice Wax. Okay, so this is a daily. This does not have a GP per XP ratio, but if I was going to assign a GP to XP ratio onto this, I would probably say somewhere in the region of 6 mil an hour. I mean, it's probably even a lot more. However, you can't keep doing this for an hour. You can only do it once per day. That's obviously Vice Wax, which I've covered before in this video. 450 to 600k. At the moment, Vice Wax is actually quite low relative to what it normally is. So, like, bear that in mind. A lot of these are dependent on prices in the G. Spiritual mages, however, are not, because you go there and you alch the majority of your loot, and that's how you make your money. You get a bunch of battle staffs, well, a bunch of elemental battle staffs, and you make your money by alching. Moving on to alching. Now, it's really difficult to say how much you can make alching. You can make more alching on P2P than you can on free to play. Now, if you want like free to play, high alch, check my previous video of the 0 GP to 100 mil, not 100 mil, 0 GP to 10 mil. Really easy, road to a bond. So you do that in free to play. In P2P, there's a few better items, specifically onyx, like enchanted onyx bolts, because they have a 25,000 buy limit. You will not run out of that buy limit. They are about, at the moment, they're 8,200. And they out for 9,000. So if you factor in 300 for the nature, there's 500 profit each. Let's say it takes 3 seconds to do each alch, and like averaging that, you're gonna have bank time. So let's say you're gonna make quite a bit of money. I would say somewhere in the region of mils, like profit. You could also enchant these onyx bolts, but you need 87 magic to do that, and it's not always possible to do that. You need to be good with flipping to do that, honestly. And on a side note for flipping, I will say you can make the most money of anything in the game by flipping. Forget bossing. If you can do flipping, you're making so much bank. Now, I'm not the best person to teach someone flipping. What I will say is look on YouTube, find someone else's guide to flipping. There's a guy I've watched. His YouTube name is A spacebar friend. Check him out, because he's got a series on flipping, which you will find very useful. But the crux of it is, you test the water a bit first, you buy high, sell low, see a difference, and then you basically buy low and then sell high. And you make so much profit on that. I can't even put a GP amount to that. It is risky though, you can lose, but most of the time you gain if you're patient. Now, one final method that was made known to me, which I sort of forgot, is cleaning herbs. Now, aside from the ones you get from your farming runs, which I'm also going to put farming runs on the screen, cleaning herbs can net you probably like a couple hundred per herb, and you can clean herbs extremely fast. So let's say, it used to be that toadflax, grimy toadflax was 4k, clean toadflax 5k. It's not that anymore. Let's say there's 500 difference there. You've got an inventory of 28, so that's 14k per inventory. I reckon you could do probably, if you're quick, 2 inventories a minute. So let's say that's 120 inventories total. That starts getting big. That's in the ballpark of like 1.8 to 2 mil per hour, and that's still quite decent. So yeah, that's my video. Hopefully I wasn't rambling too much. The runtime of this video is stupidly long. I really do apologise, it's just really long at the start, but I sort of wanted to go through my my daily routine of making money, getting XP, etc. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you liked this video, like, comment and subscribe. And actually, if you do comment, I'd like to know what you guys want to see next. So if you've got a suggestion, put in the comments, and I'll definitely take on board. So yeah, another thing, it's possible that in the future I will take up streaming RS. Now, I'm not sure yet, but it's possible. I'm just going to say that now. So yeah, that's really it for the video. If you've got any questions about, or like, if you can't meet any of these requirements and you desperately need to make gold, like, hit me up in game. Sometimes I have my private off friends only. Like, I only have it on friends only when I don't want people bugging me. But yeah, PM me in game, like, ask for advice. I'm always gonna give it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.